Hello friends, this is Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, Chairman and Digital Brand Ambassador, Vision Digital India, Vice Chancellor, Universal Digital University, and Founder Chairman, Imperial College. What a pleasure to connect through this platform to meet all of you. And I would like to congratulate the Sbyte Technologies and Dr. Sridhar for bringing this wonderful concept of introducing the cloud-based international conference during this COVID-19 pandemic scenario. Dear friends, nobody thought the international conferences will happen in this way a couple of months back. But today, totally across the world, 200 countries are affected with COVID-19. Almost 4 million people are affected with the COVID-19, and large number of people, closely 3 lakh people, are passed away with the COVID-19. And at this scenario, the entire education system globally, almost 1.5 billion people, students particularly, 95% of the students got affected and unable to attend the classrooms, regular classrooms in the universities and colleges across the world. So if you look at the kind of education system today, most of the institutions across the world, they focused till before Corona on establishing their campus, spending large amount of money on infrastructure development and huge campuses, thousands of hectares campuses. That is what they were focusing on, marketing and promotion. Today, if you see all these campuses across the world, no student, no faculty, no stakeholder is available. And all the infrastructure, whatever they invested, what is the money which they invested on converting the state-of-art campuses are empty. They are unable to use these campuses. And except few universities, they are unable to deliver the world-class online classroom sessions to the students. So the way today in Indian education system, what happening here, it is again largest education system in the world. We have more than 1,000 universities, 42,000 colleges, 6 lakh schools with a total 340 million students, which is one of the largest education system in India. And in India also we are facing a similar kind of a situation. The sustaining of the universities, the sustaining of education institutions itself become a biggest difficulty during this COVID-19 scenario. And today, every institution, every college are facing various issues related to admission, related to placement, related to conducting the examinations, and making happy all the stakeholders itself is become a biggest difficulty to manage. And if you look at the global scenario, I think 80% of the industries are suffered and going to suffer because of this COVID-19. And during this kind of a scenario, bringing this kind of an international conference with international speakers and educational leaders is a wonderful idea to share the knowledge, to share their experiences and happenings across the world is a wonderful idea. So I think these kind of initiatives are required to motivate our educational leaders to connect with these educational leaders in a coming days. So now what I'm going to talk more on, what kind of a economic scenario, what kind of a global trends will happen during this COVID scenario and after the COVID scenario. So if you look at globally, I think one of the largest affected country is United States of America, where 22 trillion economy is there. Today, because of this crisis, almost 30% of their economy is down, and US is affected in a large. One is on placement, second is the education system, third is the economy. And if you talk about the Europe, again, Europe is affected so much with this COVID-19. Countries like Italy, countries like Spain, Mexico, all these are facing a great difficulties, including United Kingdom. So today, when you talk about the business continuity, almost the travel industry, tourism industry, almost all are becoming unable to pay salaries, and they are unable to continue their business. So that is the current scenario, and we are going to move into the scenario where we have to have a continuity of our businesses. So today what I observe globally is there is one sector, that is a technological sector, which is not much affected because of COVID-19. And the hope is only the technology sector for the entire world. Today, when every organization, if you look at the Forbes 500 richest people of the world, 400 people, the wealth of these people is reduced from 10 to 25% because of the just 3 months COVID effect. But only company like Amazon, they are able to sustain, they are able to increase their wealth because of the innovation, because of the technological initiatives. And only the technological companies, they are unable to do future expansion, but luckily they are able to sustain and able to pay the salaries, and there is a continuity happening in the business. So today, if you talk about the Fortune 500 companies, out of the Fortune 500 companies, 350 companies are affected because of the COVID-19 situation. Only the 100 companies are able to sustain and survive and able to revive. So what I am trying to say today, the future is technology. The future is mobile technology. Today, we are able to sit in the home from last 60 days and able to, live our lives without much disturbance. Only the reason is because of the technology. Today, because of the mobile phone, because of the internet, because of the entertainment, what we are able to enjoy sitting at the home, are able to make survive all of us. So just imagine the situation where nothing is available in future, no internet, no power. So what will be the life of the people? So these kind of scenarios are going to come in future, and the uncertainties are going to be the common things in future. So what my suggestion to all the academicians and education leaders, think about this kind of a scenario, imagine these kind of scenarios, and how you can able to sustain with the new ideas, new imaginations, new innovations, how you can able to survive. Because now the next 4 to 5 months, the business will be not like what we were enjoying earlier. So now everyone is expecting the vaccine to come to the market, and everyone get vaccinated, and things will start moving. So that definitely will take minimum 8 to 9 months at this current crisis situation. Normally, otherwise, if you want to discover a vaccine, if you want to bring a vaccine, it takes minimum 10 years with a huge investments of phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 clinical trials with the humans, with the animals, with the chemical synthesis. So all these things now we are trying to bring down the time, cost, and able to bring the vaccine little faster with a lot of innovations of the pharmaceutical companies. So if once a vaccine comes, I think the things will move in a proper right direction in coming months. So I strongly feel and I strongly bet on the technology. Every education institute should gear up, invest on technology, building their human resources, especially their faculty. Today, if you see the scenario in Indian institutions, not many faculty, not many institutions are geared up to deliver the online sessions. Till now, no institution, whatever I see, are able to bring their own platform to deliver the sessions. So still they are depending on the Zoom, still they are depending on other country innovations. Still India is unable to discover their own the platform where we can able to interact. So these all innovations are required from education institutions. So I strongly feel that the small initiatives from the institutions bringing the technology, training their all the stakeholders, including the faculty, including the students on the technology side, is going to sustain in future and able to bring the revenues to the globe. So today when we are talking about the 100 trillion economy, where 3 trillion economy contributes to by the Indian people. Today the India is largely affected because a lot of people who are working across the world, the Indian technologists, Indian doctors are trying to come back to India and want to settle down in India because of the current situation, and they don't want to face the challenges in other countries. So this is a good scenario if you look at in a positive side. If you talk about the practicality side, if all these people, the technology experts and doctors, the migrant workers, if they come back, where are the opportunities? Today when we are talking about India as a demographic dividend country, where 60% of Indian population out of 1.35 billion people are belong to age group of below 30, then where are the job opportunities available for this demographic dividend youth? So if we don't give a proper job opportunities to the youth, then it is going to be a demographic disaster. So in India, the role of education institutions are very high. So we have to work towards building the nation, building the strong nation, creating a jobs, creating an entrepreneurship in students, creating a great healthy environment to the society. That is the role of any institution, any educational university. So but in India still we are just in a learning space from some of the top universities like Harvard, like Kellogg's, like MIT, like Stanford, like Oxford, which they are much ahead. They have a lot of surplus fund, they have a corpus fund where they can able to sustain for some more 10 to 20 years. But where in Indian education system, we don't have a universities which can able to sustain more than 2 to 3 years without admissions, without much activities. So we have to build an ecosystem where we can able to sustain, we can able to run the business smoothly without much interference, without much things. So in this scenario, I wish this conference all the best, and hope a lot of deliberations happens through this conference, a lot of ideas can come through this conference. So looking forward meeting you personally in coming months and having interactions, having the sharing of the knowledge on various issues. Thank you very much for giving this wonderful opportunity to me, sir. Thank you.